I never thought I'd write this, but something has been happening to me these past few months that I still can't explain. Maybe putting it into words will make me feel a little less crazy. I live alone in a small apartment on the 5th floor of an old building in a quiet city. It's not the kind of place where things usually happen. My life was simple. Wake up, go to work, come home, watch something on Netflix and sleep. It was boring but safe. At least it used to be. One night, about 4 months ago, I was getting ready for bed. I walked over to my window, pulled the curtains, and froze. Across the narrow street, in the building opposite mine, there was a man standing in a window. He wasn't doing anything, not even moving. He was just staring straight at me. First, I laughed it off. City life comes with weird neighbors, right? Maybe he was just zoning out, looking in my direction by accident. I shut the curtains and went to sleep. But the next night, he was there again. Same place, same window, same posture. Just standing completely still, staring right at me. This went on for weeks. Every night around 10 p.m., when I'd go to close my curtains, there he'd be. A tall man, maybe in his 30s, with short dark hair. Always wearing the same plain shirt, always expressionless. His stillness was the worst part. He didn't fidget, didn't shift his weight, didn't even blink as far as I could tell. Just stood there, watching. I tried to rationalize it. Maybe he worked odd hours and just happened to be near his window when I was. Maybe he couldn't even see me. Maybe the angle of the glass just made it look like he was staring. But deep down, I knew. His eyes were locked on mine every time. One evening, I mentioned it to my friend Emily when she came over for wine. "Are you sure you're not imagining it?" she asked, peeking out the window. I gestured. "Look, right there." But that night, he wasn't there. The window across the street was dark and empty. Emily shrugged. "See? Probably just a coincidence. You're overthinking it." I wanted to believe her, but the next night, he was back. And this time, when I pulled my curtains shut, I swear I saw his lips curve into the faintest smile. It became an obsession. I started checking the window every night, earlier and earlier, just to see if he'd appear. He always did. Same time, same place, watching me like I was some kind of show only he had tickets for. Finally, I decided I needed answers. I couldn't keep living like this. So I asked the building's superintendent, Mrs. Carter, about the neighbor. "Who lives in the building across the street? Apartment 5B? I asked casually. Her face went blank. "Honey, that unit's been empty for years. No one lives there." I laughed nervously. "No, I've seen someone. A man. Every night." She shook her head firmly. "Impossible. That whole floor is sealed off. Pipes burst years ago. Unsafe to live in." I left her office with my stomach in knots. If no one lived there, then who the hell was watching me? I tried not to look out the window anymore. For a week, I kept the curtains closed at all times. But it didn't help, because then the dreams started. In them, I'd be lying in bed, unable to move. My curtains would slowly pull themselves open, and he would be there, leaning against the glass. His face pressed to my window, smiling, whispering my name over and over. I'd wake up drenched in sweat, the echo of my name still ringing in my ears. One night, I finally broke. I yanked the curtains open at 10 p.m., determined to confront whatever this was. And there he was. Only this time, he was closer. Not across the street, not in his building, but standing directly under the streetlight, in the middle of the empty road, still staring up at me. I screamed and dropped to the floor, heart pounding. When I dared to peek again, he was gone. The next morning, I convinced myself it was just another nightmare bleeding into reality. Stress, insomnia, overwork, that's all. Until I got the letter. It was slid under my apartment door, no name, no return address. Just one sentence scrawled in messy handwriting. "Stop closing your curtains." I moved out 2 weeks later. Now I live in a different neighborhood, miles away. But sometimes, late at night, I still feel the urge to check the window. And on the rare occasions when I give in, when I dare to look outside, I swear I see him, far away, but always watching.